So, what does a real estate agent do? Many people out there, many buyers, many sellers think realtors just go out and open doors. And there's so much more to a real estate agent than just open a door and showing a house and maybe writing up a contract. If you are in the market to buy, you want somebody that you can trust, someone who can give you all the details and all the information on a property so that you know that you're making the right decisions. But then you want to have options because going out looking at houses and finding your own home, sometimes that may be the best house, but sometimes that may not be the best house. We as real estate agents have a database of over 10,000 houses on the MLS. And we can do the searches for you. We can find what's out there. And that's what as a real estate agent, that's what we do. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be out there searching for the houses that you want, searching for the details, searching for all the different things that you want in a home. And so when you call a great real estate agent, that's what they're going to do for you, is find you houses that make sense. Put it together with the payments that you're trying to stay in, the budget you're looking to be in. You know, when you tell somebody, hey, I want to be in this side of town, I want to be this payments, I want to be, this many bedrooms, this baths, you meet with somebody and you give them that information, then they start to work on it. And at the same token, they can come up with a budget to give you an idea of what payments would be based on that house. So that way, before you waste time going looking at houses, you know exactly what you're looking at. You know exactly, does it work? And the other thing too is when you're finding houses like that, you also want to know, is the house priced right? So we do CMAs because we want to make sure that the house is priced correctly. So we want to make sure that, you have an idea of what the market's doing in there. And then we also make sure we check the seller's disclosure for any repairs or any issues. And then of course, we go through the process of doing inspections. But the idea of going out there and just finding your own home, which is a lot of people try to do that. They go to Zillow, they go to Realtor.com, they go to all these websites. And oftentimes they're finding the same house at this website, that website, all these other different places, but they're not finding all the inventory. So if you want options and you want to be able to talk to a real estate agent who can narrow down those options and give you some choices that make sense, and then put some payments together so you can say, okay, this house works. These are going good. This is what I'm looking here for. This is what I want to see here. Then now you've made the right choice. You've taken the stress out. You've taken, all the chasing around looking at different houses, but you got one real estate agent who can find 2 or 3 houses, 5 houses, whatever, set them up to look at, and you in one day can go take a look about 4 or 5 houses and now compare what makes sense. Like I said, we have all the database. We are the ones supposed to be showing you the houses. We are the ones supposed to be searching the houses for you. I tell my clients all the time, if you find something out there, just let me know. I'll pull it up on my MLS to see what it is. I'll check to see if the proposed terms are correct. I'll see if the seller's disclosure doesn't have anything crazy on it, and then we can set it up to show. But I also like to make sure you have options to look at other things as well. So that way you can compare and make sure that at the end of the day, when you make a contract, you are secure with the house that you're actually moving forward on. And you don't have to move forward on any house. I mean, it's basically checking it out, seeing what the market's doing. If you are looking at houses and you're like, I want to see what the market's doing, I want to see what's out there right now. And so I will take the time to actually sit down with you and go through that process with you so you can see what is out there. What do things match up with the payments that you're trying to do? If you have a payment that you're trying to stay around 2,000, I'm going to show you houses that can net you a $2,000 payment, and you're going to get a good idea. Oh, okay, this is what price points net me. This is the price points that net me $2,000. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with a real estate agent, a great real estate agent who can help you and guide you so that you're not wasting your time. You're not out there just, putting a contract on something that doesn't make sense or has issues or all this kind of thing. As a real estate agent, I've been doing this 26 years. And I like to sit down with people to go through a pattern, a path of what it is that makes sense for them, a plan. And that way they understand what matches what, because there's a lot of realtors out there that all they want to do is put you in a contract. They could care less that the house has issues. They're just like, okay, you want the house? Let's write up the contract. And then find out there's issues after the fact. There's this problems going on. Oh, they didn't want to take your offer because it wasn't a cash offer or it's a handyman or whatever. But there's so many different crazy things that go on in this market. You have to be aware. And sitting down, having a conversation with a great real estate agent and setting down all those parameters so you can see what's going on. That way you make a good decision. And you look at a house that you really can fall in love with because it doesn't have major issues. But like I said, a great real estate agent will sit down with you and educate you and show you all the market out there and narrow it down so that now you can pick some houses that make sense for your budget, for your family, for your location, where you want to live at. And I think that's important. Not only do you have a real estate agent who's going to do that for you, do the searches and check the houses and find everything out there, but they're also going to make sure that the house is priced right. And if it isn't priced right, but you say, oh, I really love this house, let's negotiate. Let's see if we can bring that price down. Let's see if we can ask for closing costs. Let's see if we could do a lot of things. Because you know what? Today, this very moment, this market is more of a buyer's market. So you have the opportunity to go in and negotiate with some sellers to try to get a good deal. So you do have the opportunity now more than ever to find somebody that will give you what you need and still get a great deal. So, and then once you do the CMA, you got that idea, you're in the house, it doesn't stop there. I don't stop, following up with you once you close on a house. I will keep up with you every 6 months, every 3 months to see where you're at, how you're doing, how's the house working out. I'll send you CMA so you can see that your value on your house is going up. So that's exciting because you buy a house and all of a sudden you're seeing, oh my gosh, my house is increasing in value. And it could be that maybe, down the line you want to invest in the house or you want to, maybe use your equity to buy property, flip, whatever it is, or maybe you want to refinance, whatever the case may be. But now you have a real estate agent who's going to be with you for life. And that's what I'm here for. Guidance to get you through that process so that you understand what you're doing, you're buying a great investment, and then as you close on your house, now you may want to take your next journey to maybe do flips or maybe you want to refinance, whatever it is. But it doesn't end at closing. So I hope this helps a little bit to understand that real estate agents aren't just there to open the door. They are there to guide you through this process, to help you, to be your confidant, to guide you through that process through the years. So that way, whatever decision you make, you'll have somebody in your corner who's going to educate you and help you to make some good decisions. Not every realtor is like that. But, many of us who've been in the business for over 20 years, that's what our motto, that's what our business is. And I take pride in sitting down with my clients to educate them, to get to know them so that I can guide them through a successful real estate process and hopefully a real estate investment or anything they're trying to do in the future. So I hope this helps. But if you are looking to do anything, maybe just start to get like an idea of how this all works, just reach out to me. You can always send me a text. You can give me a call. My number is 210-942-4893. Or you can also text me that number or email me. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking with you. Bye-bye.